Welcome back, teachers. In this video, we're going to look at how to create assignments. From your stream, you need to click on Classwork. Click on Create, and you get an option to create an assignment, create a quiz assignment, ask a question, post material, reuse a post, or create a topic. To create an assignment, you get the options to add items from your Google Drive, post links for your students, attach files from your computer, or post a YouTube video. You can also create a new document and attach it using Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Drawings, or Google Forms. If you are to attach something from your Google Drive and you want your students to use it and to type into it, let's say I select this slides worksheet for them to type into and edit. I want to be sure that I use the drop-down menu. If I leave this as students can view file, they will only be able to open it and see it. If I change this to students can edit file, they will be able to have edit access to my original document. And most of us will not use this unless it is a specific type of assignment where the students are collaborating together. You most likely will want to choose Make a Copy for each student. This ensures that they each get their own copy with their name on top that they could work in. From here, you will need to title your assignment. And you can add a description if you'd like. You can even attach more documents or links to this assignment. You'll need to select the class or classes that you want to push this out to. You can choose multiples if you'd like. You can also use the drop-down menu to choose the students. And if you have more students in your class, you could uncheck this box and you could check off just the names of the students you want to receive that document. You can obviously change your point value if you'd like, give this assignment a due date, and then you can also add a topic if you'd like to. Let's say that this topic for me would be lab safety. When I click assign, I don't have to assign it right away. I could click the drop-down menu and choose schedule. I could save the draft, or I could discard and delete this draft altogether. If you happen to X out of this, it will save a draft automatically for you in the Classwork tab. I'm going to go ahead and click assign. Once you have assigned it, it will show up in the student's classwork section. And I do want you to see how the topic automatically generated. If I chose to push that assignment out to multiple classes, then each of those classes will now have that topic generated in their classwork stream, or in their classwork, not their stream. So from here, you can see I have my topic in larger letters and the assignment is underneath with a clipboard next to it. When the students click on it, they will see the Google Slides that is attached. They will need to click on View Assignment, and then they will have the option to edit that document by clicking inside of the assignment and then being able to turn it in when they were finished. We will look at how to do that in a later video. Another option to creating assignments is to create a quiz assignment. If you choose this, Google Classroom will automatically generate a blank Google form that is set to be a quiz, meaning you can edit an answer key and you can choose to release answers right away to students, or you can release them later manually. Leave grade importing on if you would like to be able to import the grades into Google Classroom and share those immediately with your students once they are finished. Again, you can go through all the same settings and choose the classes, the students, change the points, the due date, and you can put it under a specific topic that is already created, or you can create a brand new topic again. If you exit out of here, you can then also create a question. Creating a question is a great way to encourage discussion among your students. What are your opinions on climate change? Justify your stance. And over here, On the right side, you can leave this checked and allow students to reply to each other. And you can also check this if you would like students to go back and be able to edit their response. Again, you get all of the same choices here, but you have a drop-down menu where you can actually create a question that is even multiple choice. So you can allow the students to come in and type. You could even add a YouTube video here discussing climate change, and you could paste in a URL of a video you've already found, or you could search here and just attach and add it. You could have them watch that first, and then you can have them come back and answer this question. Again, you can come over to the drop-down menu, and you can schedule this to go out later, save the draft, discard the draft, or you could just ask it to your students. The other option is just to post material. This will post material for students to view. You could use PowerPoints here, or documents or PDFs. Because it's material, the students do not get their own copy. They will just be able to view it. The other option is to reuse a post from another class. If you click on Reuse Post, you will get the classes and the teachers and when the documents were created, and that will pop up. You could scroll and find whatever class it is that you would like to reuse from. And if you do check off one of the assignments, you want to be sure to come down here and click on Create New Copies of All Attachments. That way, if there is a Google form attached to this, you will get a copy of that form in your drive and be able to check your students' responses. If you do not do this, then if there is a form attached, the teacher who created that document will have your responses from your students in her form results. So I recommend that you create new copies of all attachments if you're sharing from a master class with other teachers. If this is an assignment that you created, you don't need to check that box off. So for example, I have already created this assignment in another class, and if it has a form attached, to me, it is okay for me to use the same form and go find my students' responses. So that will depend on how you are using this. Again, be very careful if you're sharing and reusing a post from another teacher in a master class, and be sure to create new copies if necessary. You will then click on Reuse. As the post is generating, I get the option when I reuse a post to now come in and change everything that was original to that post. So I can change the point value. I can still add other documents or files or links to this. I can come in and change the due date. I can choose who to assign it to by clicking the drop-down menu again. And I can go through all of the same settings like scheduling, saving the draft, or I could discard it altogether. I'm going to close it, and you can see the difference here in that this is a gray clipboard. If I just close out and have any types of drafts, they are represented with the gray icon. Because the banner in my classroom is blue, the other icons represent assignments or questions I have already pushed out. I hope this video helped you see some different ways that you could create assignments in your classroom.